Hello YouTube, how's everyone doing? It's Professional here. I hope that you guys can hear me through this. So, this is the next part of Modern Warfare Remastered that we are going to be doing. We are going to be doing All Guild Up and One Shot, One Kill, which is arguably the two best missions in the entire Modern Warfare series. And as you guys know, I dress up as the characters when I'm playing through the games. And so here I got my ghillie suit, so I didn't want to disappoint with the cosplay. So I hope that you guys like the cosplay. But anyways, we're going to be doing All Guild Up on Hardened. And if you guys do enjoy this series, please do drop a like on it. It does help the series out a lot. It does help with the algorithm. And I'm going to show you guys where to get all the intels as well, and show you guys a few secret things in these missions that people might not know about. So anyways, let's do it. All Guild Up. Hardened.
I was just a lieutenant back then, doing some wet work. Chernobyl, Christmas for the bad guys. Even a decade later, a lot of them still used it to get their hands on nuclear material. A lot of them, including one, Imran Zachaev. Of course, we couldn't just let that happen. Cash for spent fuel rods. That's one hell of a recipe for destruction. It was the first time our government had authorized an assassination order since the Second World War. I was under the command of Captain MacMilan.
So this is in the city of Pripyat, Ukraine. This is This is 15 years ago, so this is 1996 or 1997, because Modern Warfare takes place in 2011. And right there, you have the Chernobyl reactor. Right to the right side there. That's it.
Follow me and keep low. Careful. There's pockets of radiation all over this area. If you absorb too much, you're a dead man. Stand by. Contact. Enemy patrols dead ahead. Stay low and move slowly. Will be impossible to spot in our ghillie suits. Take one out when the other's not looking. He's down. Good night. Move.
So this is a real life place. A lot of people know about the Chernobyl disaster from Modern Warfare.
4 tangos inside. Don't even think about it. Wait there. Tango by the car. Huh? Take him out quietly, or just let him. Okay. Go.
Okay, I don't know what MacMilan is doing right there.
Move up.
Now there's gonna be 2 more guys, one guy in the church tower. One guy down here.
Go.
So this is a real life place, like I said, and it's this was a city in the Ukrainian SSR, which was part of the Soviet Union at the time. Today it's in modern day Ukraine. But in April 26, 1986, and also on this part, let me show you guys here. Go up here, and there's gonna be the first intel. Make sure you grab that really quickly. Oh man, yeah, fell down, but I hate the ladders in Call of Duty games. But anyways, you know, we got the intel already, so we don't need to go up there again. Okay, now guys, if you want to take down the helicopter, and you don't have to do this, you can do this mission all stealth. I'll show you a trick, to get rid of the helicopter. But, you gotta get rid of these guys over here, because basically what's gonna happen is these guys will come up behind you and start shooting you the second that they hear you're firing at the helicopter.
Our cover's blown. won't get very far trying to shoot our way out of every situation. Move up.
Okay, now we go back to the church. And so a lot of people actually struggle with this trophy. I actually did not get this trophy until recently, and I've had this game for 6 years. Okay.
Hear that?
Now the second MacMilan says you hear that, go right back to the church here, just so you're near the door.
Enemy
Wait for the hind
Get
to
down.
show up.
He's circling back around. Don't. We've been spotted.
Okay, the second you fire it, get in the church. It's gonna take 2 stingers to get rid of him. There we go. And he's done. So just go to the front door, do what I do, and that's it. I did that on hardened difficulty.
Alright, now you're just showing off. Let's go.
All right, now you're just showing off. Let's go. So that's what MacMilan will say. Oh, and the church tower didn't get destroyed. So sometimes the church tower actually does get destroyed here, but it didn't get destroyed. Okay. Okay. I just hate the ladders sometimes in Call of Duty games, but okay. And I'll talk about the history of Pripyat a little bit as I'm going through this also. But this part is gonna be the part that's gonna yeah.
Get down, now.
So this part you really want to watch out for. I know there is a place that you can hide where they won't ever like find you, but you just want to really be careful on this.
Easy, lad. There's too many of them. Let them go. Keep a low profile and hold your fire. Try to anticipate their paths. If you have to maneuver, do it slow and steady. No quick movements.
Oh no, that guy's coming towards me. Oh my god, no, 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 no. Okay, let's wait for all of them to pass. There's so many of them, and they got a few BMPs with them. Wait until MacMilan says it's clear to go. Soundtrack in this mission is great.
Let's move. Nice and slow.
And you can't beat all those guys, no matter how hard you try. The BMPs will shoot at you as well, I believe. So it's Okay, there's MacMilan. That's how many guys there was.
Follow me. Looks like they've already eliminated the men they couldn't buy out. Let's move up for a better view.
Okay, yeah. Gonna have to wait for them to all be separate here.
Target eliminated. Stop them. Don't fire on the two by the lorry. We'll have to take them out at the same time. Wait for me to get into position. I'm in position. Take the shot when you're ready. Good night.
Kind of ridiculous how he tells you to pick a target. They would just coordinate which one they're gonna shoot. The next intel is coming up here.
Stay in the shadows. Stay back.
This is gonna be good.
Stay low. He's mine.
Oi, Susie, huh?
That's how it's done. Let's go.
Take the suppressed P90. Definitely take this.
Hold up. Patrol coming this way. Stay back.
За эту работу я куплю мотоцикл и буду ездить по этому району. Думаешь, американцы начнут войну с нами, пока мы слабы? Эта страна катится вниз к развалу. Все возможно.
Wait here. Forward area clear. Go. This way. Let's go.
Huh?
We're spotted. Take over.
So basically, this is where you get the other intel. Got that? Okay. Oh, there's... Your actions got Captain MacMilan killed? What? Oh, okay, I don't even realize what... I don't know what just got him killed. That was weird. Okay, but you have to kill those guys if you want to get the intel, so now we don't need to get the intel. We can just sneak past them.
Hold up. Wait here.
Да, когда я получу деньги за эту
Patrol
работу,
coming this way. Stay back.
и буду ездить по этому району. Думаешь, американцы начнут войну с нами, пока мы слабы? Эта страна катится вниз к развалу. Все возможно.
Kind of crazy you can see the shadow, too.
Tango down. Forward area clear. Go. Stay hidden. Move up. This way. Let's go.
Where's MacMilan? Okay, there he is.
That's a bloody convention out there. Get ready to move on my signal. Stay right behind me. Hold. Okay. Go.
Oh, there's so many of them over here, yep. And this is basically a combination of luck and skill to, you know, run right through them without getting spotted.
Let's go. There's a truck coming. We'll use it as cover. Keep moving.
Там радиация становится сильнее. Хорошо.
Just wait here a moment. When they leave, crawl out and stay low.
There's so many of them.
Stand by. Stand by. Go.
Okay, so
Ready.
now we just need to follow MacMilan.
Hold fast. No one saw us. Let's keep moving. This way.
Okay, now there's gonna be a sniper on the, yeah, there's gonna be a sniper up here. Gotta get rid of him.
Beautiful. Move out.
The final intel is actually gonna be up here.
Go.
This is actually very similar to what Pripyat actually looks like. And there's G360s here. You can get this if you want, and then you'll keep it for the next mission. So the last intel's right here. Now, the thing is, though, is Pripyat is the city that was right next to the Chernobyl reactor. Chernobyl is a small town, I believe. And that's where the reactor actually exploded, and Pripyat is the neighboring city that it directly affected. But yeah, a lot of people know about the Chernobyl disaster from this. My mother actually remembers the Chernobyl disaster. She actually remembers exactly when it happened.
We're not there yet.
As my mom is from Poland, and so my mom actually had to. What actually happened was they didn't acknowledge the Chernobyl disaster until actually I think it was a few. Oh, this dog. Let me show you.
It's a wild dog.
Shoot that dog, and then you're gonna have like a bunch of them come in.
That doesn't sound good.
You look at this now. This is hilarious. This is like you kill that one dog, and then you have this. Ah, damn, I messed it up. Yeah, but that's what's hilarious about that part, is that there's like so many dogs that just rush in for you, and MacMilan actually has extra dialogue if you actually Ah, no. Off.
That was close.
Yeah, so you see, you can actually kill all the dogs. A lot of people think you can't kill all the dogs in this part, but no, you can actually kill all of them. And so, the thing is, though, is that getting bit by any kind of animal in this area is, like, very dangerous, considering that the animals could be suffering from some kind of radiation sickness. So it's already getting bit by an animal is already dangerous, but getting bit by an animal in the Chernobyl zone is even more dangerous. But what I was saying earlier is that my mom, she's from Poland, and so in 1986, April of 1986, so she was a teacher, and what happened was even though the disaster happened, the Polish government still it was a communist government at the time.
Never seen anything like it.
It was allied with the Soviet Union. It was actually a puppet state of the Soviet Union under the Warsaw Pact. They actually still went along with the May 1st parade because May 1st in the May 1st is was a very important holiday in the communist world. It was basically Workers' Day, and so they had massive parades on that day. And so even though the Polish government was well aware of it, and I think at that point the public knew about it as well. It was a few days after that they actually hit it. It was actually the Swedish, I believe, that found out about the disaster. So basically, the backstory is that a reactor had blown up at the Chernobyl plant, reactor number 4, and what had happened was they were doing a routine test. And just the reactor, I'm not a complete expert on it, but the reactor that they had, it could not handle what they were doing to it. And so it had built up a lot of pressure over time. They were trying to run this test, And there's some blame on the staff. There's some blame on the reactor. The reactor design was faulty. The staff was somewhat at fault, but from what I've read, most of the blame is on the reactor itself. So what I was saying is that the disaster happened on April 26, 1986, but the Soviet government did not notify the public until April 28th, 2 days later. And what's really creepy is that fairground that you see with like the bumper cars and the Ferris wheel, that's a real place. And it was only open for one day after the disaster, and so the Soviet government opened it as a distraction from what was going on. And the thing is, though, is that the public at the time in Pripyat, they knew that something was wrong, because they saw that the plant was on fire. They saw that there was a lot of police, a lot of Red Army that was mobilizing, but they did not know exactly what was wrong. The government assured them everything is fine, everything goes back to normal, and then 2 days later they told them that it's a massive nuclear disaster and that they have to evacuate. And people were actually told at the time when this happened, people were told that it's only going to be temporary and that you're gonna come back to your homes in just a few weeks. We're going to relocate you. People never came back to their homes. They lost everything in the disaster. And the thing is, when this happened, though, the Soviets weren't the first person that notified the world. The Swedish, I believe, were. The Swedish actually detected radiation, because the radiation cloud had actually spread across Europe. And what had happened was the Swedish actually thought it was coming from their plants, and so they shut down their plants. But then it was revealed it was coming from the Soviet Union. And the Soviets had this attitude that everything is the best in the Soviet Union, Soviet technology is the best, and so they did not want to admit that they failed, that it was a massive failure. And they even when they admitted that there was a nuclear disaster, they still did not want to admit just how grave the situation actually was. But the story of my mom, what had happened was, like I said, May 1st was the Workers' Day. It was like a big communist holiday, and what had happened was, May 1st is also celebrated in the West, don't get me wrong, but in the communist world, May 1st is a massive, massive holiday, much bigger than what it was in the West. But anyways, what had happened on May 1st is they would normally have big massive communist parades, and so my mother was actually forced to march in the communist parades because she really didn't have a choice. She was a teacher, and so she was required to actually march in the communist parade. And so even though the Polish government and the world knew that there was a nuclear disaster in the Soviet Union, and this is in neighboring Soviet Ukraine, which was right next to Poland, it was the cloud was coming into Poland. The government still did not cancel the parade, and they still went along with the parade, forced people to march in the parade. And what ended up happening is my mom actually got sick from that day. And what happened was, when she came home, it was like around midday, a little bit maybe middle or about to be afternoon. And what had happened was she got really tired all of a sudden. She slept normally the other night, but she got really tired all of a sudden, and she went to sleep, and she slept for almost 2 days entirely. And there's no coincidence that it's directly right after this disaster. So my mom did get a bit sick. She felt a little bit nauseous, but she fully recovered. There's nothing wrong with her today. She's fine. But there was other people that were much, much worse. Other people had gotten permanent sickness from this. People had died from this. It was this horrible cloud of poison that was being spread across the world. And on top of that, also, a lot of Call of Duty players, they get their information wrong on this, because what happens is MacMilan, that famous line, he says 50,000 people used to live here, now it's a ghost town. And so, like I said, a lot of people know the Chernobyl disaster mainly from Call of Duty. If it wasn't for Call of Duty, they wouldn't know about the Chernobyl disaster. And so people think that it was 50,000 people that were evacuated. In reality, the number was actually much, much higher than 50,000. 50,000 is only the people that were actually in the city of Pripyat. There was actually the outskirts of Pripyat. There's a lot of suburbs, these smaller Soviet kind of cabin homes that were on the outskirts. They had to evacuate all of that, so the surrounding countryside had to be evacuated. And in total, I think it was somewhere around 200,000 people. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but it was way more than 50,000. 50,000 people is only in the city itself. So just think of that number quadrupled on the outside. So that's how many people were actually evacuated. And Mikhail Gorbachev, who was the last leader of the Soviet Union, had actually said that Chernobyl is actually the real reason that the Soviet Union went bankrupt, because it cost them billions of dollars to actually clean this up. So it was just a massive disaster. The crazy thing is that there's actually battles today in Pripyat. During the Russian-Ukraine war, the Russian military had actually taken Pripyat and taken control of Chernobyl, but then they actually fell back. and so the Ukrainians have retaken it, but the thing is the Russian military has left some landmines in the area, which is really scary, and then the Ukrainians have to go and get rid of those landmines now. But anyways, let's continue from this part here. So I just wanted to explain a little bit of the backstory so that people know, because a lot of people don't know a lot of the history. I recommended watching the Chernobyl TV series. The Chernobyl TV series, some things are a little bit historically inaccurate in the TV show, like the trial at the end, but it does cover the events of a lot of the events that was going on. And in real life, a helicopter did crash, but it didn't happen like it didn't happen. I think it was 2 weeks after the disaster, like in the show. I think it happened right afterwards. But anyways, let's continue on right here.
Underway. Lieutenant Price, the meeting is underway. Enemy transport sighted entering the target area. The wind's getting a bit choppy. You can compensate for it, or you can wait it out. But he might leave before it dies down.
Now, this is the backstory behind what's going on here. Is Zachaev, the leader of the ultranationalists, he wants to fund a second Russian civil war. Now, Zachaev, the goal of the ultranationalist party is to bring back the Soviet Union. And Zachaev is selling nuclear fuel rods from the Chernobyl plant to terrorists for gold.
Wait for my mark. Target acquired. I have a positive ID on Imran Zachaev.
Now, if you look right here, you can actually see Makarov and Yuri. That's a very nice Easter egg to Modern Warfare 3.
Change in one speed and direction.
If you kill Makarov, you get a trophy. Now, when MacMilan is talking about the Coriolis effect, the Coriolis effect is basically when objects that are thrown and shot over distance drop. And the first people that realized this were archers. Archers realized this, but snipers also have to take into account the Coriolis effect. So watch the flag. You see the flags to the right? That's wind. Wind's going to the left now. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for the wind to die down. Okay. Got him. Okay. And we got Makarov. Nice. So he hit Zachaev and got Makarov. We stopped World War III from happening.
It's time to move.
He saved so many lives by killing Makarov.
We'll have to take a shortcut. Follow my lead.
Okay.
Lieutenant Price, follow me. Delta 2-4, this is Alpha 6. We have been compromised. I repeat, we have been compromised. Now hit point 4.
Great.
6, Big Bird is en route. ETA 20 minutes. Don't be late. We're stretching our fuel as it is.
Getting through this first part is a bit challenging here.
Forget these guys. We're going to get left behind. Let's get to the extraction point.
Oh, okay. Car's gonna explode. No, no, no.
Go on. We'll lose him in that apartment. Come on.
Okay, run now. This is very similar to what Soviet-style apartments would look like. Very similar. Oh, what the? I forgot about that. I shot the dog while it jumped, okay.
Stand by. Quick, plant the claymore by the door up ahead.
A lot of people don't do this. I don't know why people don't plant the claymore when MacMilan tells you to do it.
Target neutralized. More behind us. Incoming helicopter. Snipe the bastard. Right, shoot the helicopter. We'll take it back together. Good night, you bastard. Oh, shite! Run! Bloody hell, I can't move.
Yeah, an injury like that, he might be crippled for life from that.
You'll have to find a good spot to put me down so I can cover you.
Now this part, put MacMilan down, like, right here when you get to this point, because... Oh, there's one behind you too, I forgot about that. Make sure it's clear before we move up.
Lieutenant Price, don't get too far ahead.
Take the G3. Now the thing is though, block is where am I getting shot from? Oh. Now I'll tell you guys, block is my favorite Call of Duty 4 map. Now some people might say, why block? Like I hate that map. Like a lot of people don't like block, but I like block. It's based on this map. It's the big apartment buildings in like Pripyat, on the multiplayer map. The reason I like block is because it's like one of the larger maps, 2 big apartment buildings across from each other, and it's a great search and destroy map. Like I love block on search and destroy. So despite that map getting a lot of hate, I actually love that map a lot. Okay, put him down here. And he does help you though, which is nice. So he'll shoot at people when you put him down.
Tango down.
Oh, no, no, no.
Lieutenant Price, don't get too far ahead.
Great.
He's down.
So yeah, a lot of people are probably puzzled by this, and they're like, wait, that's a G3? Yeah, the G3 is automatic in the multiplayer. Kind of weird, right? Or in the single, I mean, in the single player, it's automatic. Oh no. Okay, come on, let's go. Screw it, I'm just running. Oh no, I'm not gonna get past him. Come on, up.
Head for that apartment. We'll try to loot him in there.
В районе снайперы противника. Они проезжают в квартирных блоках. Найдется результаты противника. Они быстро приближаются к закрытым дворы и с разрушительными домами. Давай, пошли! Едете в районе военного комплекса. Приземлите другие защитовые перекрытия.
There's gonna be an enemy on this corner. Oh, never mind.
Got one.
Great.
Looks like we're in the clear. We should get moving.
Okay, now, before we pick MacMilan up, the next intel is gonna be here. And also, this mission has the worst intel in the entire game. The worst one. And it's the last intel. This intel, he's gotta go up here.
Lieutenant Price, don't get too far ahead.
Okay, we got that. The worst intel is gonna be coming up. Okay. Yeah, get some AK ammo here.
We're almost there. The extraction point is on the other side of that building.
Шестой отряд, обыщите здание на юге от города.
The pool was also a real place in Pripyat, by the way. This building was real. There's the fairground. Remember what I said? It was only open for 1 day. Really creepy. Now, in this part, you actually don't need to shoot the 2 ultranationalists there.
Они приближаются к Люда-парке. Секторы 3. Не обращайте, мол, подъезд.
Oh, never mind. Wait. Because in the original, I remember that the dogs would actually go after them, but I guess that might have been changed. Okay, that's taken care of, whatever.
Alpha 6, this is Big Bird, standing by for your signal, over. Our helicopter is standing by to safe distance. Put me down behind the Ferris wheel where I can provide sniper support. A bit farther to the north. This'll be fine. The enemy is bound to enter this area, so find a good sniping position. I'll signal the helicopter in 30 seconds. Find a good spot to snipe from and go prone.
So, basically, what I was saying is that 300 meters, I would say minimum, would be a good distance for a sniper today. And that might seem like a huge distance, but today, for a sniper, it's not. 300 meters because the sniper will be able to take shots at the enemy, but also be able to run away when things go bad. Snipers run a lot, and people don't realize that. People see games and they see like a sniper doing like a last stand killing so many people, but snipers run. They take shots and run depending on how bad the situation is. If they think they can stay there, they'll stay there, but if they feel that it's going to get bad or they're going to get overrun, they will retreat to another position or get the hell out of there entirely. These dogs, I think, will attack the ultranationalists as they move up.
Target neutralized.
Yeah, that. There's just so many enemies in this part. Yeah, so that's why I didn't kill the dogs, because of that. But now, do you know what country I think had the worst snipers during World War II? It was Japan. Japan had really not many famous sharpshooters, like a lot of other countries, and Japanese snipers did not have that much freedom, like snipers in other countries. And the reason is because other snipers in other nations, if they felt that it was bad, they could run away and retreat to another position. But Japanese snipers were not allowed to do that. The Japanese oftentimes did not see snipers as heroic and saw them as cowardly. And if you play like Call of Duty World at War, like a lot of Japanese snipers will actually sit in trees. That's what actually Japanese snipers actually did. They actually did sit in trees, and while that might be good for like the first few shots, it's gonna be terrible when you get spotted, because when you get spotted, you have to climb down from the tree, and by that time you're dead. This is why a lot of people look at snipers and they think that the highest position a sniper can go to is always the best. That's not true. Just because it's the highest position a sniper can climb to does not mean it's the best position. Because if the sniper cannot get out of there quickly, if it takes them really long to get down from that position, they can be killed. So they need a position that is good for them, but they can also get out of there quickly and run if need be. Oh, great, these grenades. I hate these grenades so much. Oh my god, grenades. This is just getting ridiculous. And the thing is, I wouldn't even, you know, this part I think is kind of annoying in the mission, and like, I don't even have a problem with like standing your ground and holding it against like all the ultranationalists coming at you, but the issue I have is just the grenades that they throw. Like, it's like a non-stop barrage of grenades, and it gets annoying. It's not as bad as World at War, but it's still pretty bad. Now, like, look at this. Look at this. Like, it's like grenade after grenade. Oh my god, no, no. No! No! Get out of here. No! No, no! Oh my god, this is exactly, look at this. Like, this is ridiculous. Now I'm gonna show you guys the worst intel in the game. If it doesn't glitch out on me. You have to like run back here, and sometimes it'll trigger the doors to open. But let's see if it triggered it now. Hopefully it did. Okay, the door is open. So if you get a glitch where the door is not gonna open, you have to run around the side like I did. This is the worst intel in the entire game. This one.
Copy that, Alpha. We'll be there ASAP. Hold tight. Go on.
Now the thing is trying to get back. Okay, I don't know how I just ran through that. This area right near the bumper cars, I think, is the best place to hold. Come on. 3,000 meters. Come on, helicopter. Last magazine. Helicopter's a mile away. Backup's here, oh my god. Finally, please, pick up. No, 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 no.
Got another.
No, no, out of my way, everyone.
Alpha, we're at bingo fuel. You got 30 seconds.
My God, we did it. And I love the soundtrack now when you escape. Oh, we did it. We're out of there. You can see a view of what Pripyat looks like here. Oh my God. Oh man, we escaped. What a stressful part, right? Well, thank you guys for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, drop a like. I'll see you on the next one. Take care, everyone.
Come and get me hot, Sergeant Briggs, reporting for duty.
Roger.
Some say this belong in the movie, but this the third installment, Infinity Ward shit. Don't soil your drawers, cause it's deep in his heart, bitch. Ready for action, 50 cal, start the clapping. 4 horsemen kicking the rerun, asking what's happening. Too late for all that flapping, out they gates with all those backed in. This one's for MacMilan, 15 years you have relaxed. Now it's time to settle the score, we ready to war. As a guest on board, my tribe of war tour. And this the third installment, Infinity Ward shit. Don't soil your drawers, cause it's deep in his heart, bitch.
All in